Hi, everyone. I'm Lori Lathan, Executive Director of Thurber House. And today I have Paul Noth with me. Paul is the 2025 Thurber Prize winner for cartoon art, and we are so happy to have him with us today. Hi, Paul.
Hi, it's great to be here. It's a real honor, so I appreciate it.
Paul's cartoons appear regularly in The New Yorker, and they have been since 2004. He's co-created animated shorts for Saturday Night Live and Late Night with Conan O'Brien, and developed shows for Cartoon Network, Adult Swim, and Nickelodeon. He is the author and illustrator of the middle grade books, How to Sell Your Family to the Aliens, How to Properly Dispose of Planet Earth, and How to Win the Science Fair When You're Dead. All published by Bloomsbury, and his work has been described as unfinished. Okay, if you want to learn more about Paul, go onto his website at www.paulnoth.com. We're going to start with question number one, and that question is, what is your favorite word?
My favorite word is okay. Okay as a noun. When you sell a cartoon to the New Yorker, it's called an okay. So if I get an email from Emma Allen, my editor, with a subject that says okay, there's no other single word that can make me happier than seeing that okay.
And do they spell it O?
The New Yorker style guide specifies O period K period is how they spell okay.
So if it's not the O period K period, it's not legit.
I would be suspicious. I'd be like, wait a minute. Is this a real okay or is this a counterfeit okay?
What is your least favorite word?
My YouTube algorithm is convinced that I have something called ulcerative colitis. I get constant ads for drugs to treat this. And so it's become my least favorite word. Maybe they're trying to give me ulcerative colitis. Maybe that's the plan.
Yeah.
Because then I'll have to buy their drugs.
Question number three, what would you say is your best quality, Paul?
I stay out of the way. I'd say that's my best quality. I know how to, I'm never an obstruction for anything. I'm from a family of 9 kids. Conflict avoidance. That might also be my worst quality. I don't know. But
Paul, in the 9, are you in the middle somewhere?
yeah, I'm the third oldest.
So what would you say is your worst quality then?
My worst, I think it's a variation of the same thing. I tend to disassociate a little bit and be sort of absent even when I'm present.
I think when you grow up in my family is only a family of 5, and I'm the oldest, but my parents for the longest time thought I was hard of hearing, like, because I wouldn't respond. And it
Oh
was
yeah.
because I was literally in my own head, but also I was trying to avoid.
Yeah, that was me too. I could just check out and go draw pictures, and that was where I was happy.
What sound or smell do you love?
The smell of like an art studio or art class. That's another childhood thing. I like walking into art class and you smell the paint and the pottery or whatever. And it was just like, I might actually enjoy the next 40 minutes of school,
What sound or smell do you hate?
Any sound that can't decide if it's a shriek or a scrape. And smells, I don't like a naturally bad smell covered up by an artificial good smell.
I agree. And being stuck in an elevator.
Oh, yeah. I have the ability to dissociate, though, like a superpower.
What is your profession? And in an alternate universe, what profession other than your own would you have pursued?
My profession is that of cartoonist and writer and artist. I'm trying to do more like oil painting and stuff like that. I love to cook, and I think in an alternate universe, I might be a cook or a chef.
What do you like to cook?
A few years ago, I moved back to my hometown of Milwaukee. I find I'm making a lot of Asian food. In New York or the East Coast, there are a lot more options like that.
This is question number 8. What profession would be the worst fit for you?
Oh, there's so many. Pretty much anything besides what I do. But the very worst would be something like a soldier or something like that. Navy SEAL, that would be a catastrophe. Not advisable.
Shoot them with some crayons.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's your favorite fictional hero or heroine?
I'd probably go by who makes me laugh the most. Someone like Homer Simpson is just endlessly funny to me. Bertie Wooster from the P.G. Wodehouse books. I just can't get enough of him. It just makes me laugh like crazy. So yeah, somebody funny like that.
Who is your favorite fictional villain or villainess?
In the old Disney Jungle Book movie, the tiger Shere Khan, it's just a very distinct memory because he was super scary, but I loved every moment he was on the screen because he was the way he was animated and with the voice, it kind of haunted me for a long time, but I loved it, so that's a villain, Shere Khan.
Are you a Thurber fan? And if so, what is your favorite Thurber story?
Yeah, I'm a huge Thurber fan, and my favorite story is probably something from My Life in Hard Times, one of the funniest books ever. Maybe The Night the Ghost Got In.
That's a good one and super popular amongst
Yeah,
a lot of folks that come visit us at the house as well.
or The Dog That Bit People. Those are all the stories in that are just great. Being from
Yeah.
a big crazy family, I really related.
Mhm.
I related to his stories because it's like I believe every word of it. I don't think he's exaggerating. Endlessly funny, just such and great cartoonist at the same time.
Absolutely, 100% I concur. So another James Thurber question for you, Paul, about his short story, The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. What is your Walter Mittyist fantasy?
Both my parents loved musicals, so we watched a lot of musicals when I was a kid. And I still have like this feeling, even though I have no skills, no talent for that in any way, but that a musical number might just happen in ordinary life. There might just be, I might burst into song and dance, and everyone around me might.
I do occasionally break out.
It's good. I'll have to be very far away from people if I do it.
If heaven exists, what would you like to hear God say when you show up at the pearly gates?
I love it when I'm talking to someone and they realize, and I realize, I tell them I'm a cartoonist and they realize that this doesn't happen that often, but now and then someone will say, wait a minute, I cut out one of your cartoons and I like put it on my refrigerator cubicle. So I think if God said that to me, that would be like the ultimate, that God is like, oh, wait a minute. Is this yours? I'll be like, yeah, that's mine. It'll be like, oh yeah, that one gave me a chuckle. I think that's what I want to hear from God.
What is it like to be named a Thurber Prize honoree for cartoon art?
It is just thrilling. It is it took me completely by surprise. I didn't even think I was in the running for anything. And just to hear about it like that, I heard I was a nominee first, and even that was just thrilling. And then I won. I was just completely happy to have recognition, to have I love James Thurber. The previous winner was Ross Chast, whose work is just great. To be in this good company, it's a dream come true. So I really appreciate you guys recognizing my work and liking it.